is midweek update. We are looking at how Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana are reacting to key levels and what gold and silver are telling us about broader market sentiment. If you look at the current price of Bitcoin, you understand that what we have been discussing in the past, from the weekly setup analysis right up to the daily, the month, the 4 hours time frame, and the lower time frame, like the 1 hour time frame, can give us some perspective that Bitcoin, after building this momentum around key levels that we talk about on this platform, price is now making its way towards the target that we have talked about. Yeah. So today, what I want us to establish is simple. We're going to be reacting to what we have discussed this week, Monday and Tuesday. We look at structure on Monday, and then on Tuesday we look at possible areas where Bitcoin could be heading towards based on market structure. And today I want us to react to that, right? I want us to actually like get a proper reaction, like, okay, now that we are here, what are we gonna do? Right? Are we gonna sell? Buy? That's what I want us to chat on today's video. So if you're new, you're welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, you are welcome. This is the Beton's Crypto. Yeah, I'm all about helping you understand market structure. I want you to be able to read the market before you react to the market, not react to the market before you read the market. Right. So basically, if you haven't yet subscribed, do subscribe. And if you're a returning subscriber, you do you know um hit that like button nice and early. All right, guys, let's dive into this right away. Okay, now let's see the bias for the day. Of course, the bias for the day is gonna be what? Perfect, right? It's bullish. And because the bias is bullish, that we have established this already on the weekly setup, I want you to now look at price ahead of you and see where is the closest resistance level. You can see, yeah, and around this area we have this vector candle, yeah, and also there was high volume traded. Yeah, this whole environment is full of high volume. And one thing I want us to see as well, yeah, is the volume, yeah, that led to that move to the upside, this candle on the daily time frame yesterday. It was real. You can see the volume is more than the previous volume. Like, it's compared to this volume that took us to this downside, and also to an extent this volume. Yeah, right. You can see that where we are currently, price should at least go and target this high. Because if you look at the momentum, where price was before, and looking at previous price action, you see that around these areas, price rejected multiple times. So it's but normal to think that they are gonna push price around that area, and we're gonna experience some sort of rejection. So if we are gonna see this happen, because if I look at this right now, structure is broken. I mean, let me not say the structure, but at least this level, yeah, is change of character, right? Is broken, right? And because of this is broken, then the previous higher um lower high is going to be targeted, because we have been in a downtrend from here. You see, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. All right. So if we are going to take this high, right, this high here, it means we might as well take the other high and the other high. Right. So where we are currently with Bitcoin, and reacting to what we already discussed last week based on previous price action. Because last week we like not like no sorry last week last 2 days, because we talk about market structure on Monday, right? And I point out these areas, right, that Bitcoin reacted to this zone last time very well, and this move here caused price to move to the upside and creating this fair value gap here. You can see clearly there was a fair value gap here that Bitcoin created, at an order block. So if we are to take Bitcoin based on this fair value gap zone, it means when price get to fair value gap, you start looking at possible reversal from that area. You know, my eyes are, I'm like, oh, the light. That's what I'm using. My eyes are so sensitive to light today. I don't know. Yeah. So because of these guys, we can like look at the future and say, okay, wow, we actually gravitated around this fair value gap area. You can see price has been building this, this demand and supply area or contract around this fair value gap area, and now we have left the fair value gap with high volume. You can see this volume break the value area high, and the volume started from the POC. You can see clearly from current price action, right? And before that time, guys, remember I told you about this zone here. Let me zoom this so you can see properly what I was saying in the past. You can see I talk about this area, that this area is in confluence to previous price action. You can see if we take this back, right, you understand what I'm trying to say. You can see back. There was multiple rejection, and from here we saw how price actually moved straight away to the upside. So guys, what you should look at, or what you learn from today's midweek reversal, which I'm going to point out to you. Maybe we're not going to have it anyways, but I'm going to point out to you if say we're going to have it, where we should expect price to retrace to, and so on. So this zone that we discussed last time was an important pivot zone. And because price have rejected this zone multiple times in the past, you can see, yeah, and we finally break the zone with a vector candle and came back, rejected the zone multiple times again. It means they want to mark price to the upside. I talked about this last time. Now, if we are to expect midway reversal, right? Then it has to be based on the like the weekly setup. Okay, so the weekly setup. Let's see what price has done for the week, right? Okay, the weekly setup price is looking bullish. Price started somewhere around this area, and we are heading towards we head right up to this area around 96. So if we are to see price get to, let's say, midweek reversal, which I think it's already happened, because if you go to the chart of Bitcoin right now, or on the 50 minutes time frame, you're gonna see that at one point, um maybe we let me see. Okay, so um from this movement, yeah, yesterday, right up there, price has been consolidating sideways, moving sideways. This huge candle yesterday, towards the end of the US session, took us right up to $96,000, and it happened around this zone where no one is like, the market is actually closed, right? So I mean, when I say the market, I mean traditional market, not crypto market. The crypto market is up 24/7. But I want you to see something here. After this huge move to the upside, what price has been doing here is fantastic on the let's just take first um on the 1 hour time frame, because on this time frame I can really show you more what actually happened the whole week. Okay, so you can see the move started here, the whole, like, this was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Now tomorrow is Thursday. So since Monday we have been in an uptrend from the UK session, right? And yesterday we also went to like, okay, UK took us right up there, and US also, yeah, UK and US took us right up there. And now the midweek reversal might mean that we target the previous low before price break this change of character. So you can see price was consolidating sideways, yeah, and this was the zone. Let me mark this properly for you so you can see. This was the zone that price actually break. this zone here. Price actually break this zone. So if say we are to experience any midweek reversal, then it should take us right down towards this area, yeah, at least before taking us back to the upside. So that's what I'm looking at. But it's not gonna be exactly that way. I'm gonna show you guys what you need to see to confirm whether this midweek reversal is gonna take place or not. And doing so, we have to first of all look at what price has been doing based on this time frame, because ever since we made this move to the upside, look at this area. Yeah, price has been respecting this midway of this candle, right? So, like, if you can, we can look now on the 15 minutes time frame. You see what I'm trying to say. You can see this whole move here. Price has been respecting this level here after this huge move to the upside, meaning we might see price attempt to go up towards, let's say, price can even go to 100K before dropping down, or it can go to we test this previous high at 96,777 before we we mark price to the downside, or we retrace a little bit. And the retracement could be also fast, because if we look at the setup, let me just take it now on the 4 hours time frame. You can see here we actually break like change of character here. I would say structure, because price has been rejecting this area here. So there's a structural shift here on the 4 hours time frame, right? So if this is gonna be exactly how we want it to play out, then price should come back at least towards this area, yeah. We test this area, we can argue that price is somehow there, right? Price should at least come back towards this area, this zone, you know, that price has been rejecting in the past. Yeah. So if we're gonna see that reversal, the reversal should at least take us um to the midpoint of this whole move here. So it can take us right down to about $93,000. Yeah. So if we see Bitcoin around that price area, then it could mean that the mini reversal is already in play. But there's something I want us to see here, which is like we have a fair value gap here, right? And this whole zone that I just marked here, is in confluence with the fair value gap, and also the fair value gap here. And because of this, it means that um today or tomorrow, maybe the midweek reversal is not going to happen today. Maybe price is just going to like move sideways a little bit. Then we're going to get that pullback on on um Thursday or Friday. That's tomorrow or Friday. But if this move is that move that will take us, like, let's say this is level one to the upside, then pull back level two to the upside. Then this could be mean another pullback here, then level three to the upside until we get to about 100 and um let's say 110K. I showed you guys the target here. Based on this time frame, you can see until we get right to this area here before we can start reassessing our altcoins. And excuse me, guys. Yeah. For we can now reassess our altcoin. Because guys, what Bitcoin is doing, altcoins are reacting to it really good. The altcoins market is doing well, and I love what I'm seeing so far. And yeah, wow, my eyes are really sensitive today. Yeah, my eyes are really sensitive today. Give me some moment, guys. Wow, I took the lights away, and I think maybe I should use these dark glasses. Maybe this might help. eyes are will be sensitive to. Mm, mm. Yeah, I think this is gonna do. You know. um, my my eyes look. I mean, it looks different. you know. Okay, let's get back to the show, guys. You know. So as I was trying to say, yeah, if we are to see any movement from where price has left, you know, towards this area, then it means that price should at least recover half of this candle. Yeah, you know, half of this candle. I'm just gonna just like take us to that candle. Um, at least price should recover half of this candle, this vector candle, and if it recover half of this candle, then it take us to the midpoint, which is gonna be around 94. No, it's gonna be around 93,200. Right. I'm gonna go right now to the liquidity heat map to see where we are with current price action. I have to restart my browser. It was freezing a little bit. So looking at the liquidation heat map today, let's see where we have a lot of liquidity. Okay, yeah, guys, we have liquidity more downward, like downward. So we can easily see a spike up. Okay, this is for the next 3 days. Let me see for the next 24 hours. Wow, we can go right up to $98,000, and even yeah, 98,400. So the market can begin, and we can see the market week right up there to take up like right up to around 98,000, and or we can go right down to $92,000. Right. So these are the liquidity zones, but I think price might gravitate more to the upside, or if I want to go to the downside, it might just take this liquidity right around 93,000 300, based on what I showed on the chart, then quickly take us back to grab this liquidity here. Because if we look at the current price action of Bitcoin, right, this should be the target after price must have broken this level here, grab this liquidity up here, which is going to happen maybe today or tomorrow, right, right up to 99 422, because there's a vector candle there. That's why I think on the daily time frame, we are going to grab this liquidity here. And if we grab this liquidity here, price can either decide to make like to create a lower high here, lower high, then drop from your downward or continue to go to the upside, because you can see each the price has always recovered the vector candle. that led to the downward trend. You can see yeah, price wasn't able, yeah, price wasn't able to recover this one. Yeah, the price recover this one, and the only vector candle that we can see here is this one, and I think um they should go and recover it as well. You know, yeah, guys, that's that for Bitcoin. Let's look a little bit. Let's look at altcoin a little bit. Let's see um the flavor that we got with the altcoin market. Um, let's look at the total trade. These are all cryptocurrency, including Bitcoin and Ethereum. Let's see what they are, where they are. Yeah, you can see clearly. Almost similar thing Bitcoin is doing. This altcoin market is doing the same thing. So if Bitcoin is gonna be bullish, altcoin are gonna pump, are gonna continue to pump, and that's what I think we want to see. We want to see our altcoins continue to pump. But some altcoins are, already retracing a little bit, like Solana, Bitcoin, Mockcoin. Those altcoins that has been pumping like crazy recently. We can see that Bitcoin, did well, like extremely well. Like look at this pump, and price have retraced back to key levels after the huge pump. This was not Bitcoin. This was Asta coin, you know. And yeah, guys. So this is what I'm trying to say. If Bitcoin is gonna be pulling back, then all coins that move alongside Bitcoin or move with Bitcoin are gonna be pulling back as well. Right? Look at this pullback. So this should be the midweek reversal for Asta. And if we look at Ethereum, you see that Ethereum as well, is experiencing some midweek reversal after this huge pump, like throughout the week. You can see from here we have been in an uptrend consistently. So Wednesday usually is a day that we start getting that midweek reversal. So if we could see Ethereum reverse back to 3,200 before dropping down to, sorry, before going back up to retest this high. And if it fails, then we can see Ethereum continue to mark more downward. And if we look at Solana, you see that Solana actually is moving in a good way. Like um, Solana actually is not just moving like Bitcoin or Ethereum that just give us a huge week to the upside. This bad boy is actually moving the way price should move, like choppy, 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 choppy. Look, and it's going up, it's going up gradually, it's going up gradually. And I think it's gonna go up right up to 150 or 60. If we look at the daily time frame for Solana, let's see if we are to break this zone here, then it's gonna take us to this liquidity here. Let me just bring in one of my indicator. That's the liquidity enhanced. Let me see if say I'm gonna get something out of of Solana. Okay, you can see we have a lot of liquidity above price on the daily time frame. That's why Solana is moving that way. Right, we have more liquidity above Solana, above price than below price. Like in this area, we have a lot of liquidity here. You can see the reddish zone here, the area um that have the highest liquidity. You can see we have liquidity here. We have another one here, and after this zone is like this whole zone here. There's a lot of liquidity there, for Solana. So guys, there's a long way for Solana, and you can see look at what Solana is doing here. Like this vector candle. It's almost similar thing, or similarly to what Bitcoin is doing. Right, this huge vector candle, then price is just like holding, preparing to make the next move to the upside. Right. So that's something I think is worth looking at. And if we are to see Solana reverse somehow, then it might take us back to the POC, which is gonna be around 135 or 130 39, or right down to the value area low, which is gonna be around 128 thousand $128, for Solana. Now, um, talking about let's look at gold. Like gold has really been in an uptrend recently, make the next high. You can see gold has created the next high, but there's something here that I don't know if say is gonna play out well for gold, because on the daily time frame, if today is not able to go and make the next high today, then there's high chances that the next daily candle can cause gold to drop down to the upside. Like, look at what happened here. You see, um, this was the other block here. This candle is indecisive candle. I call it the little man. And after that, we saw how price attempted to recover or to make higher highs here. But price we wasn't able to do that. And the next day, we saw a huge drop to the downside. Maybe it's the same thing playing out here today. Today. So if say this price for the price of gold is not able to close, like stay above this high, then this could automatically become an order block, right? And from here we can see price drop down significantly towards 4,429 for gold, right? So just pay attention to that, to today's close. If today's is not close, like just around this week, yeah, you know, then expect the next day to be bearish for gold. And talking about silver, let's see the midweek reversal for silver. Actually, silver is a little bit tricky. Why? Because this is still like pointing to the upside. So, like now, silver is $92 per ounce, right? And if we are to actually see, do we have something today? Let me see. Yeah, there is retail sales MOP, and there's also existing home sales, PPI MOP today. Okay, but what I'm trying to say here is go like there's nothing to really say about sorry, about silver right now, because the current price action is not yet complete. But if we see some drawback and price close around this, below this um line, below this this zone, right? If price close below this area, then that's when I'm gonna be concerned for silver. For now, we are still good. We are still good, right, to go with silver. For now, we are still good because we have just break this previous high here, and if we stay above this previous high, and the next candle begin somewhere, let me say somewhere around here, then we can easily target the previous high before the next day might continue upward or take us down. But for us to see any downward movement, we need to see that this formation here, like this is the candle that always led to the next big move. This candle here, this, like you see, this candle anywhere, any time frame, wash out this candle. Like, yeah, you can see this one. If you go down, you're gonna see that this candle always appear before any big move. You see appear here, you see appear here somehow. Like it's an indecisive candle, right? And from that moment, you have to see what price has been doing in the past. Like for example, if we go to the price of Bitcoin currently, I'm going to show you something here. That's why I am trying as hard as possible to take out or to take away my indicators and focus more on market structure, right? And also on price action. I want to see like I want to be able to read the market based on um price action, not based on indicators. Indicators can help me to like and make things easier for me at one point, but not to actually like trade for me, right? So if you look at this move. You can see this little man here appeared here yesterday. No, 2 days ago. This little man here, it appeared here, and Bitcoin boom. So this was indecisive. You see, week up, week down. But and because of the previous price action, I mean, because of what we discussed, that price has been holding. Like, let's just go to a different chart. So I think this is a chart that we have been looking at. Yeah, this one. So because of this, rejection here, one, two, three, seeing this little man here, right? You would have even gotten it in like this candle or this candle or this one. You can see we have two of them here, right? This one and this one. So usually when you see something like that, oh my, wow! I now see the reason why my stream is freezing. My stream was freezing because my laptop charger went off. So that's why you see if I'm lagging, it's because my laptop charger went off. So yeah, my charger disconnected. I didn't know about it, and that's why the stream is a little bit not looking good today. It's a little bit lagging, and you know it's because of that. But now, guys, I'm just trying to show you something that, yeah, I mean, if you go back in the past, you see, okay, for example, look at this one. Yeah, this indecisive candle took us up there, and price reversed back. Price wasn't able to break. So this is what we call order block, right? When you see a candle like this, is what we call order block because it led to the next move to the upside. You can see here. Let me look if we have an order block somewhere here to the upside. Um, it's strange that I am not able to find one. Yeah. I'm not gonna say this one is an order block. Yeah, no. That's why I think we can easily go back up there because I'm not seeing a proper order block. There. Yeah, I'm not seeing it there. You know, I'm not seeing it there. Even yeah, okay, yeah, yeah. You can see this was the order block. Yeah, you know, this one and the previous price action wasn't able to go take it out. So that you can go on your chart and you look for those instances where whenever you see this candle, you know that something about is about to happen, but you need to wait for confirmation, right? And in this case, my confirmation was simple because of what price has been doing in the past, and also price was sitting at a key level, so it was but normal to expect price to actually break above and continue trading to the upside. You know, yeah, guys. This is actually informative and deep dive video of what we might be expecting this week. So if you enjoyed the show, like it, subscribe, and see you guys the next one.